My sweet, lovely Geminis, this is your horoscope for April 2025. In April, we will have finally all the retrograde planets stopping their retrograde journey, meaning slowing down all the things. And we have such a vital planets that are retrograding until mid of April. Mercury and Venus, finally they will go direct, meaning April still not the month to start something new projects. You might want to plan, it's okay to plan to work something, but not like sign important papers and open your business, something which is like you want to profit from, or like you want to see long-term success. So better to postpone it until May. Now, April 7th, we have Mercury going direct, your ruler, my dear Geminis, finally, in your 10th house. Now, and Venus and Mercury, they are retrograding hand in hand all together like old friends. Venus will stop retrograding April 13th, like a week after Mercury, in the same spot in your 10th house. It's almost same degrees, and 10th house is highest house in our chart, meaning where we are visible. It's about our reputation, and most importantly, retrogrades, they usually point out to our career aspirations. Like you've been since end of March on a sort of this retrospective thoughts and thinking about your place in a bigger society in general. What's your career aspiration, what you want to do in life, where is general your career is headed like towards. So this was your topic. First, this will be your topic first half of April, while these planets will be retrograding still and then stationing direct. And then, as any other planet that are slowed down, that are like moving backwards and then stopping moving backwards, they need now time to turn direct, and then get to their fullest force as soon as possible, but that soon possible will be only in May, end of May actually. These two planets will come back to their full force, meaning there is this period called shadow period, meaning still we will have a little bit sluggish, a little bit sort of slow things, but still it's amazing that these planets are finally going direct. Now, Venus is planet of love and beauty, and it's also retrograding in your 10th house. Plus, it's ruler of your 5th house of true love. Some of you guys might be on a retrospective journey about your current dating person, for example, if that is your situation. And Mercury is your ruler, communication and all things related. Plus, first half of April, still not a good time to make any plastic surgeries. No go, because Venus rules beauty, my dear Geminis. Don't do any plastic surgeries first half of April, and better to postpone it until May, even so, But anyhow, if you want to know more about these planets retrograde, what do's and what not, check out separate videos on each of them I made on my YouTube channel. Now, 13th of April, we have full moon in your 5th house, true love house at 23 degrees. Now, those of you who are born 13th of June, plus or minus 5 days, you will be affected the most by this full moon. Now, full moons are about conclusions. They finish something, they conclude, or they put a spotlight on some situation, some person, something that you need to pay attention in your life from the universe. Universe, like stars are pointing something there. Now, full moons are usually, emotional, and plus they always need urgent, sort of quick reaction and decision making. And this one will be one of a kind, sort of, because full moon will have harsh aspect from Mars, and Mars is such an impatient planet. It's a bit let's get things done planet. And Mars is in your second house. It's actually a long journey. You guys might have been spending quite a lot since Mars was in your second house since January of this year, almost beginning of almost for full 4 months. But thankfully, Mars will move out also in April. We will talk about this a bit later. Now, let's come back to this full moon. Mars is in your second house and will send unfriendly beams to that full moon, meaning you might need to spend some money. Mars is spending your money here, and some Mars rules your wishes actually and future hopes. And here it might be related to your children if you have them. Maybe it's because of their studies, or maybe you want to sign up them for, I don't know, extracurriculum, some subjects, I don't know, some courses, or maybe they are changing school or kindergarten. Something will come up here and you will need to finalize it quickly. And of course, you will have to put out some money from your pocket, seems like here. Now, some of you guys might actually find out that you're pregnant, which will seems like will go against what you've been hoping and wishing. Sort of there will be shake up on your values, on your priorities now for the future because you're pregnant, for example. Now you might find out that you're pregnant. This will be some of you guys, especially those of you who are born around 13th of June. If you don't want this situation, then take care, my dear Geminis, beforehand. Now, this full moon in general will be also mixed a bit. So there is another good point about this full moon, that the ruler of full moon, Venus, will be situated in your 10th house of career conjunct Saturn. Now, and Mercury, your ruler. Now, Saturn rules your financial house, and it's in your house of career. Now this trio, Mercury, Saturn, and Venus, they will receive amazing support from Uranus. Now, surprise a minute planet, sort of, in your 12th house, that is situated in your 12th house already for 7 years, but this year it will move out too. Now, 12th house is about far lands, plus Uranus rules your 9th house, also about far lands, foreign lands, especially when you travel somewhere very far, or when you immigrate somewhere, for example. And also Mars, which is in your second house, will send amazing beam, like supportive trine to this Venus, Saturn, and Mercury, this trio. It's interesting that Mars will be harsh angles, like sending harsh angle to full moon, but then ruler of the full moon, it will support sort of. And Mars will be playing double game here, sort of. And it's in your second house of income. And Mars, here it seems like some of you guys, there will be some situation related to your career. You might want to finish. Maybe you are closing your business. You might close your business here, or you might actually finish your job, quit your job here. And because, let's say, you're relocating somewhere, because you're moving somewhere, as an example, or because of your pregnancy situation. Let's say you're going to maternity leave or paternity leave, for example, or for some reason, like, let's say because of your kids' education, they're moving somewhere and you want to follow them and you're moving too, and that's why you're closing your business, as an example. Or something like related, there will be double game related to your private life and related to your career, some sort of like a sweet and sour full moon. April 16th, your ruler moves into your 11th house, highlighting your hopes and wishes. And this house, such a like a sociable house. 11th house is where all our friendships are, where we are chatty, where we are going out, like outgoing. We see our friends. And April 17th, Mercury, there is big thing will be happening. Mercury moves into your 11th house and conjunct next day Neptune. Now, this amazing conjunction of these two will be for the first time, actually, since 150 years. Can you imagine? Back in 19th century, they were conjunct in the same spot in your 11th house. So this never happened in our lifetime. This is something special going on, and it's happening in your future house, friendship house, hopes and wishes. Such an amazing place to have this conjunction, my dear Geminis. Now, Mercury, your ruler, and Neptune is ruler of your 10th house. Something related to your career or something related to your aspirations, like future aspirations. You might have like here aha moment, oh, this is what I want for my future. This is what I want to be, or this is what who I want to be, sort of, or this what I want to follow, like person, or maybe someone might enter your life whom you will regard as a respectable, someone like to listen to. Like something will be here, very bright moment that you will have such an idea for your future to follow. It will make a like sort of set up a stone into your future path related to your career and related to what you want to do in life next. Now, for some of you, it will be about social status. Like Mercury conjunct Neptune here might give you also popularity. All of a sudden, popularity for oceans of people, because Neptune rules oceans. So it's endless. It dissolves boundaries, Neptune in general. And here seems like Neptune might give you popularity, which is limitless, my dear Geminis. If that is your wish, and plus if you're working towards your goals, like around social media, I don't know, being popular, you will have outstanding chance. April 18th, Mars moves into your third house. Finally, oh my goodness, hallelujah, you would say, because my dear Geminis, I feel your pain. Because Mars was spending your money all 4 months straight, especially since it went direct back in end of February, mid of February. A lot of Geminis felt maybe crisis for some one or another reason to spend a lot of money on something that they don't want to spend, actually. You guys, on April 18, you will be happy because Mars finally moves in out of your financial zone, because Mars is like action planet, so it's spending money there. Of course, you might have been earning, some of you guys might have been earning a lot, but at the same time, money was going. So it's both ways, sort of like water. Now it's going to be in a much more pleasant place for you in your third house. And third house is communication. It's so much Gemini topics, like, communication, thoughts, thinking. Now you will have a lot of like, how to say, close friendships going around you, more than usual, even seeing them, meeting them, I don't know, going to some events, sort of your close friendships will be buzzing here, or your brothers and sisters. You might get busy with your brothers and sisters or close relatives, like with whom you speak daily, with their affairs. You might get quite busy for the next 2 months while Mars will be transiting your third house with them, or they might visit you, like your brothers and sisters, like siblings, relatives. They might come to visit you, or you might go to visit them as soon as Mars moves out from your second house on April 13th and 18th. Some of you guys might start driving, like signing up for driving courses, or learning how to drive, or buy a car. But again, all the planets are stopped retrograding, but still we are in this midst of sort of post eclipse and retrograde period. So give time to universe to settle the dust. So better to, if you're buying, do that in May. Best your chance will be end of May, actually, for your birthday, when your birthday season kicks in. Now, also, third house is about short distance travels. You might travel somewhere around the 18th of April, which is under 3 hours by flight or by car, somewhere new and somewhere that you will be happy, because Mars rules your 11th house, somewhere that you wanted to be and you like to be, let's say, if you've been before there. Now, third house is also house of languages. You might start language course for one or another reason, like because of a law, let's say, because of some laws of some countries that you need to study law, or because you traveled somewhere and now you're starting a language course, for example. Learning new languages, because third house is about learning languages or any other skills. You might want to polish your skills, because Mars gives you quite a lot of activity and determination to learn new skills. Doesn't matter what kind, like, mostly it's about handcrafting, like working with your hands, literally creating something. So these things might be buzzing right after, around April 18th. Now, April 27th, we have new moon in your 12th house. New moons, new beginnings, but this new moon will be mixed again. Now, universe is speaking in riddles to us this month. In April, those of you who are born 28th of May, plus or minus 5 days, you will feel this new moon the most, because it will hit you 7 degree. Now, this new moon will have harsh, also unfriendly beams from Mars and Pluto. And those are, no joke planets. Pluto is a transformational planet which is newly found in your ninth house and rules your house of work. Something related to work that you do online, most probably to a foreign company, or that you use different languages, or some sort of, maybe you work in a diverse, let's say, team. Your colleagues are foreigners, for example. Most probably that company's headquarters also somewhere in a far land. Now, Mars will be situated in your third house now this time, and also will not like this new moon. And it's about communication. Now, something might go wrong with communication related to your job, related to what you do daily, and most probably with the foreign clients, foreign companies, or something that is, not common for your culture or for your language background. So you might have to deal with those things. For some of you guys, it will be some topic related to inheritance, because 12th house is about inheritance too, signing contracts. There will be sort of a signing contract moment, but there will be some obstacles too. Now, 12th house is also house of far lands, and as I said, and here some of you guys might travel, because this is a new moon. By the end of April, you might find yourself somewhere, or maybe you will be planning, actually, some travel which is more than 3 hours by flight and even by car, which is somewhere quite far, near the ocean or near the some sort of islands, because 12 house is this kind of isolated places, and it's a sort of a rest moment. Now, what is good about this new moon, that ruler of the new moon, Venus, will be situated in your 10th house still, conjunct Saturn and plus Neptune. Now, Saturn rules your finances and it's in your career sector, and this duo or trio, they will receive amazing support again from Uranus. So it seems like Uranus will be all the time trying to save the situation, sort of in April, with surprises, with little surprises, some support, from your also 12th house. Now, Uranus is situated in your 12th house, and Pluto, which is situated in your ninth house. Now, these two houses, they are about foreign lands, they are about far lands, they are about meaning of life, sort of a spirituality, subconsciousness, this kind of topics, and like finding your true path. They will be supporting ruler of the new moon, and seems like you will have sharp intuition to sort out whatever comes up with this new moon by the end of April, my dear Geminis. Trust your intuition, go ahead with your intuition here. This is the best advice from the planets to you guys, and it seems like you will know what to do, whatever situation will be there, because it's still seems like related to mostly your career and your work, your job, what you do, and your reputation. Or for some of you, it will be about your father, for example, if it's not your situation. And in general, it's about pregnancy too. If you guys find yourself pregnant here, because there is a big possibility, because 12th house is a secrets house, and pregnancy, you know how women get pregnant, it's still such a sacred, such a mystical, let's say, experience, process, and it is considered to be in a 12th house. Plus Saturn is rules your conception house, and Saturn is also there, giving up, adding up actually responsibility. So if you find yourself here pregnant, go with your intuition, go with the flow, my dear Geminis. Always check your rising sign. 99% we relate mostly to our rising sign, because horoscopes are written for rising sign. But also check your moon sign and sun sign, because they will give complete picture of the month ahead, my dear Geminis. Love you all. Bye bye.